Ori Brafman, Sway, The Irresistible Pull of Irrational Behavior. Do you ever wonder why people often make irrational decisions? In the book, Sway, The Irresistible Pull of Irrational Behavior, authors Ori and Rom Brafman dive deep into what compels us to make illogical choices. This summary aims to provide key insights from the book, shedding light on the hidden forces that drive irrational behavior, the role of loss aversion, and how our perceptions of value, fairness, and first impressions impact our actions. The book also offers strategies for overcoming the pull of irrationality, empowering readers to make better decisions in their personal and professional lives.
The hidden force of loss aversion. Humans are inherently irrational beings, driven by various forces that motivate our behavior. Loss aversion, the fear of losing something, is one of the strongest of these forces. The pain of loss is a much stronger feeling than the joy of winning, so people will do anything to avoid losing. Even experts such as airplane pilots and surgeons can make drastic mistakes due to irrationality. Our sensitivity to changes in prices is a good example of this crisis. When prices rise, people react disproportionately strong due to the feeling of losing money. A study by Daniel Putler shows how people rush to make sacrifices just to avoid loss and may even pay more to prevent it. Rental car damage waivers are an excellent example of a product designed explicitly to take advantage of customers' irrational assumptions about loss. Thus, the fear of losing something is a hidden force that can have a significant impact on our behaviors. The power of fear in driving irrational behavior. Fear of loss can drive us to act irrationally, especially when the stakes are high. This paradox can lead to a situation where we cause more damage than we initially feared. Investment strategies can often encourage irrational behavior, as evident in a client's refusal to sell shares from a biotech company that plummeted to 12 cents. In American football, coaches' commitment to old methods made it hard for them to change tactics even after losing game after game. Our fear of loss makes us act irrationally, and we're often hesitant to let go of ideas, even when they aren't working. The power of first impressions. The value attribution phenomenon illustrates the crucial role of first impressions. Our initial experience of people or things influences our later perceptions of them. This effect was demonstrated in Nathan Handwerker's hot dog stand business, where the presence of doctors increased the perceived value of the product. The phenomenon also has an impact on our entertainment choices, as demonstrated by a study at Ohio State University where the perception of the discounted theater tickets affected the attendees' enjoyment of the shows. Therefore, it is essential to make a positive first impression as it can lead to significant long-term effects. The fallacy of our intuitions. Can we trust our evaluations of others or intuition when it comes to long-term relationships? Two different studies show the limits of our judgment. In the first, students given two different biographies of a substitute teacher had widely different opinions of his likability. In the second, freshmen identifying potential issues in their relationship still believed they would last for years, but less than 50% actually did. Surprisingly, roommates and parents did a better job of correctly predicting the outcome. These studies highlight the fallacy of intuition and subjectivity in our evaluations of personal relationships and judgments of others. The power of labels. Being labeled can have a profound effect on our behavior, either positively or negatively. The Pygmalion effect demonstrates that when people have high expectations of us, we tend to perform better. Conversely, the Golem effect shows that people may take on negative traits when they are labeled with them. In a study, Israeli soldiers who were told they had high command potential performed better than those labeled as regular or unknown. Meanwhile, seniors who thought of old age in negative external terms such as feeble experienced a more rapid decline in their hearing test scores than those who thought of old age in a more positive light. The conclusion is that labels have power, and we should be mindful of how we label others and ourselves. The paradox of fairness. We claim to value fairness, yet often act unfairly towards others. This paradox is exemplified by the behavior of the audience members in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? When a French contestant asked for help on an easy question, the audience voted strategically instead of giving the right answer. They believed it wouldn't be fair to help the contestant, who they assumed should know the answer. Conversely, American audiences tend to help contestants regardless of their abilities, while Russian audiences offer incorrect answers. The variation in audience behavior in different cultures highlights that fairness is not an absolute concept but is shaped by societal norms. This paradox of fairness is a reminder that our behavior is not always aligned with our beliefs. The perception of fairness. Our perception of fairness influences our behavior and satisfaction with outcomes. A study in Berlin showed that individuals reject offers they feel are unfair, even if it means they get nothing. Interestingly, when the partner offering the split was a computer, individuals were more likely to accept unfair offers because the computer's lack of intention to be unfair made the offer less insulting. The ability to voice an opinion is a significant component of fairness, as demonstrated in a study where felons who had more time with their lawyers felt that they had a voice and thought their trials were fair, even if they received longer sentences. Fairness is not just about outcomes but also about the process. The importance of the big picture. When faced with a decision, it can be tempting to follow our impulses and take shortcuts, but considering the bigger picture is crucial for success. This principle applies not only to individual decision-making but also to organizational strategy. Andy Grove and Gordon Moore, founders of Intel, recognized the need to reassess their focus and shift their company's direction despite past success in their memory chip business. By putting aside past mishaps and considering the future, they refocused on microprocessors and ultimately succeeded. For individuals and organizations alike, forgetting the past and staying focused on the bigger picture is essential for success.
In conclusion, the book Sway, The Irresistible Pull of Irrational Behavior, identifies several causes of irrational decision-making, such as loss aversion, value attribution, the Pygmalion and Golem effects, and the role of fairness in our interactions. These factors can often lead us to make choices that go against our best interests. By understanding these underlying forces, individuals can learn to recognize when irrationality is at play and adopt strategies to focus on the bigger picture, helping them make more rational decisions in various aspects of their lives.